Mel's episode was like, I found her less relaxed.
Yeah, she's not very warm, I would say. I liked her as a player.
She's less human.
Yeah, but I do like her, but I think I liked her because of her position in the house rather than liking her as a person.
You're not going to follow Mel on Instagram to see what she's up to, are you?
No, definitely
just slaughtering
not.
these lambs here.
Gone bankrupt on my horrible-looking farm. Yeah, killing animals. No thanks.
Mel said that she was relieved that Nick was like able to see
of
her
course.
betrayal as a game move.
I'm sure he did, didn't
and like she was obviously invited to the wedding. But what I will say is, and Tully highlighted this, that Nick did genuinely still sound a little bit wounded about it when he spoke about it. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Nick, get over it. That's a game move.
She said that she asked Danny who she should vote for when they were on the block together, mainly because she needed to relieve herself of that guilt, because she couldn't face doing to Danny what she'd done to Nick.
Yeah. Did she vote for Danny or did she vote for Nick? Oh, God,
Nick had already gone.
Nearly falling asleep.
Nick had already gone.
No, hold on. Did she vote for Danny or did she vote for whoever the fuck was on the block?
Danny, I think, because he told her to, but I can't remember.
Yeah, who was the other person? I forgot.
Sid? I don't
Some
know.
like, non-entity.
I don't think it's Sid. Charlotte? SJ? Probably SJ. She said, oh, this is really, really
Mitch,
interesting.
maybe.
This is very interesting.
Old Mitch, not new one.
Oh, also I've learned
Yeah.
that remember I told you in the nominations.
Remember I told you?
Mary goes, I nominate Mick. I mean Mitch.
Oh, yeah.
I think they called him Mick as a nickname in the house.
Oh, right. Why? Because I can't remember Mitch.
I think it's a common nickname amongst Mitches.
Oh.
Mitch is obviously a common name in Australia. Isn't
Yeah.
Mitch like your dad's mate? Like, it's the old person's name, isn't it, over here?
Yeah, I don't know anyone called Mitch. Apart from Mitch Muffin from Canada. Shout out.
The butterfly of, what was it?
Mitch was robbed.
Is that the
Butterfly of Death.
Is
that
him?
was that Johnny guy, but it was the same
thing.
season. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup if I saw him again now. Let's be real.
With Rex's girlfriend in it.
Go on, you said there was a
Tilly.
very interesting bit coming up.
Interesting news about Tilly. Tilly, when she was younger, was an Australian champion rock climber as a kid.
Okay.
So Mel said, hence, this is why she's got good upper body strength.
Ah.
Even more interestingly about Tilly, and this is ingenious, and this is why Tilly should win. And I'll tell you now. Because if we're looking at resume, Tilly's got strong resume. Mm-hmm. Speaking of resumes,
This resume don't add up.
Lord Sugar is doing the Australian Celebrity Apprentice for some reason.
Oh yeah, wasn't he doing a roast of some people or something?
Supposedly,
Someone was saying, "Why is he doing this?" He's always having to go at people on Twitter, isn't he?
But like, that's weird. Why is he going to Australia and doing that?
Probably people are bored of him over a hedgehog face.
Anyway, Tilly. Sorry,
Yes.
Tilly's resume. Tilly's dad is actually a psychologist, and he gave her some tips before she went to the house.
Oh.
And we see this in action beautifully. This is why, towards the end of a competition with Katie, she starts to negotiate a safety deal.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, she's also a child star rock climber. She's got strong upper body. She's got good upper body strength. Katie is obviously an athlete.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the two of them, she starts to say, "Look, if I fall, am I safe?
Yeah.
If you fall, you're safe."
Yeah.
She starts to negotiate that.
Yeah.
So that the person in their mind starts to go into a shutdown phase.
Oh.
Because this person is obviously negotiating a deal. They're now tiring.
They're going to lose.
So
yeah.
I don't need to work as hard.
Yeah.
And she actually has spoken to Mel about that was a tactic she used.
And that makes sense, because when she did that with Katie, that was when there was a balloon or something. Then Katie fucked up soon after that. Oh yeah, when they had that bar on the balloon.
Wasn't it the hanging one with the plank? Wasn't that one where she went?
No,
I can go for 3 hours.
Yeah,
like
well, it was both, because I remember her negotiating with Katie on that one as well, and then she beat her.
That is genius.
That is good.
Because like you can't help that sort of automatic reaction of like, okay, we're coming towards the end now, so now I can start to sort of like ease up.
Yeah, it's like in tennis.
But then Tilly's like, I'm going to go to the overdrive.
Yeah, because Tilly said in that one, she said, I'm going to stay on for like 3 hours. I want to do 3 hours. Do you remember? It's
just for the hell of it.
It's like in tennis when you're like, the only sport that I like, when you're like 2 sets up and you think, oh, they've only got to win one more set and that's it. And then they just, they get too comfortable and then they fuck up and then it goes on and on, You get too, you're like, oh, I can easily win now. Yeah, exactly.
Katie was described by Tully, as a wellness coach, which is a bit odd. Apparently that's her job these days.
Right.
About Max and Katie, apparently they didn't date for even a full year, and it was when they were 19, so it's quite some time ago.
Right.
Tully was like, did the producers know that you guys were being cast as exes? Apparently not. It was a coincidence.
Do you believe that, though?
Well,
that happens so often in Big Brother. It's just fishy to me.
The thing is, Katie said the connection was kind of like so long ago, and it was like for barely any time, that there was really no evidence anywhere of them being a couple, so it couldn't have been purposeful. But
it's like when they do it on first dates and they know each other. It fucking drives me nuts. It's like, why?
Seen that.
Yeah, on first dates it happens quite often. They walk in and they're like, oh no.
Oh, really?
And they've like dated each other before and they pretend it's just a coincidence. Like they must have to write down like, well, who's
Every
the last
person
30 people you've dated, you know. It can't be a coincidence.
Big Brother doesn't ask that kind of shit, though.
No.
Unless they manage to get it out of you through discussion, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, apparently the producers didn't even know.
I'm so glad that guy went first. It could have been a very different show if you had that Max.
Yeah. Nick also said that like the line was kind of drawn for Danny because what we didn't see was they got to watch the first competition fully. But I think we did notice that from the boiler room, and that's when they really realised that like Max and Katie were like the physical threats. Yeah. She was coming for Danny, and she said that he was making bizarre and intimidating comments, and he kept saying that this is my house and I'm the king of the jungle, and that's why.
That wasn't intimidating. That's just showboating.
She like had a problem with
Imagine him being intimidating. He's just an idiot.
She goes, "Oh, it's no one's house. It's if anyone has the power, it's Big Brother. Like
what an arse
not even
kisser.
me, kind of thing."
Unless
not
she's
even me, but she meant
sort of whispering in people's ears just straight after the competition.
Tully raised there was speculation about a romantic relationship between herself, Katie, and Jess.
Oh, was
People
there?
have been thinking that apparently in the
Is
outside
Jess
world.
gay?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
I think so.
Seems
Yeah,
like
she mentioned
seems
it
like
as well.
she is football playing and everything. She don't wear no makeup, stuff like that. Homophobe. Hold on, I've got an undercut. Sorry, Jess.
And Tully was kind of
offensive. Never mind.
Tully was kind of wishing for there to be something, but she said it's just platonic.
What's Tully's presenting style like? Is she objective or is she sort of dropping in her opinion here and there?
No, opinion.
Oh, good.
She keeps going about Dan. Who died and made you Big Brother?
Oh, she don't like Dan?
No, she thinks he's been a bit like.
Oh, pompous. These people! Get the hell out! Get the end of that bottom one. Carry on.
Katie doesn't talk to Danny now. She said.
I'm sure.
What a surprise! And she moaned about Mel trying to create drama on social media. She was like, I'm in touch with Mel, and we talk, and she's listening to everyone that she still talks to. And she also decided to go, oh, I'm so open-minded, I've got a non-binary friend, and I've got a bisexual friend, and all this stuff.
Who's the non-binary friend?
Kira off of BB Can.
So I was thinking. Or was it Demi Lovato?
So, it's very topical.
I hate Demi Lovato, but not because of that.
She said that Mel on social media, Mel who apparently doesn't have the internet, doesn't have social media, called Katie a snake. And then Katie had to come to her and be like, why are you calling me a snake? And then Mel was like, oh, it's just for like a show, just to build the drama on social media. The fuck?
Magazine deal.
Even though they talk all the time, she's still calling her a snake.
Okay.
What does a snake do?
That story don't add it.
Katie said that Mel is a world champion horse rider, which even Mel didn't reveal on her podcast. So basically, every time you listen to Tully talk to someone, you find a little bit more about someone else's physical abilities in the past.
How long are these episodes?
Depends who they're talking to.
Right.
But 45 to 50 minutes. Okay.
Lightweights.
Alex, the twin, only got 25.
Oh, God. I'm not surprised.
Katie wasn't particularly happy with the way she's been edited. She said that she's actually very emotional and a soft and warm person, but Big Brother cut out all of her tears because they wanted her to look like a tough player.
Did they cut out the time she made that
cereal box house? Yeah, and that. She also said that Ari had sabotaged the shopping list one time to make a drama, but we didn't really see that.
500 bananas.
And Tully said that Ari's behaviour kind of reminds her of Tim's in her season. A bit like antagonistic.
Let's not go overboard here.
Question. This is my question. Can we compare Ari with the greatness of Tim Dormer? I agree entirely. Katie said she didn't sleep for 3 nights because a fight broke out between Nick and Danny and Jess and Katie.
Oh.
She said that was when the mums left. So the mums are
the
SJ
attic.
And Mary. And she was talking...
Oh, she's got carpal tunnel, you know.
They are reusing that soundbite. And Tully was like,
tick, 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 boom. That's how this podcast is going to go.
Tully was like...
Tully.
Some people are saying that's too much. That's a twist too far, including yourself. Katie was like, really, we needed those mums to keep control in the house.
Oh, that's the last thing you want. Get them out. We want everyone to run riot.
But she said, like, this big row happened between the two dominant alliances, and that's why Jess was crying in the diary room that time. Not because she was going to be nominated, but because Nick and Danny were coming for her.
Oh, come on.
She said Big Brother needed those mums to come back in to be like, calm it down, have some tofu. And
no, I don't want that. I want people to go rogue.
Katie still feels betrayed by SJ as well.
Oh, well.
Alex. Actually, let's talk about Alex. Should we talk about Alex? Now or later? Okay, briefly. Alex said...
Now.
Alex
What
claimed...
was there to say?
Alex claims that people are calling Alex and Charlotte II the Sugar Sisters 2.0. I haven't heard anyone say
did write it down, but that was only because they were twins.
She said that actually she would have rather played as one housemate, but there wasn't the option.
Well, Jed would have won. Julia and what's her face in BBUS were 2. Liz and Julia.
Were they from the Twin Twist?
Yeah, there was 2 twin twists. There was one where they swapped it. Oh no, they both swapped in and out.
Project DNA.
Yeah, they both swapped in and out, and they were both individual players.
Don't you think that?
I mean, they are both individual humans. If you think about it.
Don't you think that now we've only got one twin in? It's a missed opportunity if they don't try and swap them out and see if.
That would be good, but they don't look.
Because one's got a wart here and one's got a wart there.
Gaz, don't comment on people's warts. That's very, very offensive.
Whose wart were you coming for earlier on a music
Becky
video?
Hill, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to have a wart, that's your business. I'm not like Kim Woodburn in the jungle slagging off someone for having a wart on his face.
I don't remember that.
Jack always mentions it about that Justin and Colin.
Oh yeah.
She said to him, "Oh, you can have those removed."
She did.
You know.
Yeah, she did. I do remember that.
So I'm no better than her. Sorry, Lovey.
Sorry, Lovey.
You can have that. Imagine fucking saying that to someone. Ouch.
Were they both in that series? Both Colin and Justin?
No.
Or was just one of them? Justin, I think.
Just one of them, yeah.
Anything more to say about warts, or
nothing?
Okay.
You brought it up. It's that waterzole or something. I think I've made that up. Waterzole. BB on Blast wants to buy waterzole.
Head to bbblast.com to get your waterzole now.
Oh fuck me.
She said that Marley didn't vote for her to stay because he thought she was too close to Danny. So Marley is still kind of coming for Danny.
I'm a bit confused about the alliances now. I'm sure we'll come to it.
It's all got a bit murky, hasn't it?
Now that is Jess really with Danny? Surely one of them.
I like it. I hope so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think when they get the chance,
I think you're supposed to like Jess now.
Oh, come on. That's never going to happen. Marley has just sort of been left out in the cold because he's not in that alliance, is he?
Marley will be gone soon.
Dowie, yeah, go boy.
Got a limp cat here.
He's just got up from the sofa. There he is.
Definitely hasn't been outside on that
Shut
limp
up!
wrist.
He's not been outside. He's fine.
Hasn't had some painkillers and gone out.
Shut up! Don't, because I get the RSPCA on me. Come on. It's cruel to keep him in. Look, he's a lively boy.
Alex has come to say hello to me now. Finally, I've been here for hours.
Look, he stood on his paw. It's fine.
Painkillers are working. Alex said that she decided that... Sorry, Charlotte decided...
Which Charlotte?
Charlotte II.
Right.
That she'd given up uni to do Big Brother.
Oh, really?
And that all she was going to leave to was her parents. Mm-hmm. That's why it kind of switched.
Oh, I see.
That she'd given up more in the end, even though it was Alex that wanted to go on the show.
That confused the shit out of me. I thought they were each other. That was the time we needed the names on the screen. Because then when one come off, I was like, oh shit! I thought it was totally the other way around. I thought she was throwing it to her.
Yeah, because they only label their names in the diary room in Australia, don't they?
I was completely befuddled. They should have had name tags on.
Probably.
Let us get to know twins for at least a week. What about Samantha? They were a one housemate. fucking gone.
They had the opportunity to separate, but they didn't take it.
I don't blame them. Got to keep that magic together.
Alex apparently was
Sorry about that crunching in the background.
evicted at 3 a.m.